Every week I slide in, break it down just right. Talking boats with the passion that I bring to the mic. From the big time plays to the moments we grind. You know I'm keeping it honest, a real talk every time. I've been watching this team since way back then. And now I'm riding with my people through the losses and wins. When you pull up to the show, you know what you gon' get. 4630 in the building, Chargers fan represent.
Chargers talk 4630, yeah, we break it down plain. Real fans, real talk, everything in between. From the field to the fans, every moment we see. Turn it up, tune in, it's the place to be. Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk. Yeah, let's ride. Chargers talk. Check out Stacy on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And also don't forget about BoCap immediately following each Chargers game.
Good morning and welcome to Chargers Talk 4630. This is Stacy and I thank you for being here. Can you please like, share, and subscribe to help our channel continue to grow? And before I jump into this, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who always show up for us here at Chargers Talk 4630. Thank you for all your support, all the love, and all the subscriptions. Whether you're listening live, catching the replay right here on YouTube, or listening wherever you get your podcasts, as we are on all digital platforms, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you to everyone who checked out the BoatCap podcast last night that me and my son did. I honestly love pushing the questions to him because we talk football all the time. He'll be 25 years old in 2 months, and he loves his team. He loves talking football. We talk before the games, during the games, and after the games. So I decided to do the BoatCap podcast as a way to recap and summarize the game from his perspective, right? I just let him do him, and he's pretty good. Now, real quick, let me give a shout out to some of the supporters who reached out in the comments and said they love the content. And that really means a lot. So a special shout out goes to CJ Curtis, 8944, Trip 6499, Brian Stowe, Bud Scragg, Hey Yo 1636, Jay Merlan 7621. And I have a special shout out to He Is Takes. He's commenting from the UK. And he says, you guys should be way bigger than you are, and we love your content out here. So to the UK, that means the world to me, and I appreciate you guys, and thanks for listening. Now, with all that being said, let's jump into it now. My thoughts on the big win yesterday against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I want to cover 3 topics throughout this podcast: culture shift, grit, and ending the narrative. And man, what a day. What a win. What a statement. Because coming into this game, I knew this was not going to be easy. You're talking about a desperate Kansas City Chiefs team, a team whose entire season depended on this game. Lose this one, and their playoff hopes were hanging by a thread. Win it, and they're still alive. Now, on the other side, you got the Chargers walking into Arrowhead, 15 degrees, freezing cold, one of the toughest places to play in this league, trying to do something they haven't done since 2013, trying to sweep Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So don't let anybody tell you this was just another win. This was a heavyweight bout. Now, let's be real. The first half was sloppy. It was. We left points on the field. There were mistakes, some questionable play calling earlier. And it felt like one of those games where you say, man, I hope we don't regret these missed opportunities we had. But here's the thing. This Chargers team, they don't fold anymore. They got points right before halftime, grabbed some momentum, and you can feel the shift because while the offense was trying to find its rhythm early, the defense was absolutely lights out all day. Derwin James was everywhere. Odafe Oweh getting home with a couple of sacks. Tui Pulotu bringing pressure and finishing plays. This defense was flying around, hitting and letting Kansas City know early, you're not going to bully us today. And that's when the tone of the game changed. It started getting chippy because the Chiefs realized something. They couldn't just push this Chargers team around anymore. Tony Jefferson lays a clean hit on a Chiefs receiver, clean football play. They didn't like it. Then Tony goes to make a tackle later and gets hit from the blind side, helmet to helmet, and somehow no flag was called. Nothing. Obviously, Tony took exception to that, and I don't blame him. Then things boiled over. Emotions were high. Referees were scrambling, trying to regain control. And eventually, after a league review from New York, not even the officials on the field, Tony Jefferson gets ejected. Was it unfortunate? Yes, it was. But let me tell you something. That moment symbolized something bigger happening, right? The Chargers were starting to impose their will in Arrowhead. And at the same time, sending a message. We the bullies now. We're going to dictate how you play now. And also sending a message that things are going to be different, whether we in SoFi or Arrowhead. And in the second half, Justin Herbert took over. Calm, commanding, poised. He didn't flinch. He didn't panic. He made plays when they mattered the most. And that's where you see the Jim Harbaugh imprint all over this team. Between Harbaugh and Jesse Minter, they have completely transformed this franchise. This used to be a team labeled as soft, a team that found a way to lose, a team that folded when things got uncomfortable, right? Well, not anymore. These guys are warriors. They fight, they finish, and they never blink. And you can see it in how they hit. You can see it in how they respond to adversity, right? And not just yesterday, they've been doing this all season. You can see it in how close these games are. This team never dies. Now, unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes go down with the knee injury. Obviously, you don't want to see that. It turns out that it was a torn ACL. I wish him a speedy recovery. Now, here's the reality. With this victory, the Kansas City Chiefs are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Let that sink in. The Chargers walked into Arrowhead, swept the Chiefs for the first time since 2013, and ended their season. My friends, that's not luck. That's a team that is announcing who they are. I talked a lot about how good and well coached this team was, despite all the injuries. And I know some wasn't on board with it because we know what we have seen year in and year out. So I get it. Until you see something different, you're always going to believe this is the same old Chargers. I was looking forward to the day when they actually backed up my confidence, right? My trust in what I believed and in what I saw, that this team, despite of all the adversity, was on the cusp of doing some great things. This episode of Chargers Talk 4630 is brought to you by Zevo Life, the exclusive patented superfood changing the way people fuel their bodies. Now listen, if you're looking for a game-changing way to improve your health, Zevo Life is the world's most nutrient-dense whole plant. We're talking over 50% plant protein, essential amino acids, fiber, and powerful antioxidants, all in one natural source. Just 1 teaspoon a day supports your gut, boosts your energy, and promotes healthier skin and hair. And the best part, people everywhere are giving it a 5-star review because it works. So if you're ready to feel the difference, head over to Zevo.life and start your journey with their 30-day risk-free guarantee. And because you're a loyal listener of this podcast, you get an exclusive 30% discount. Just use my code ChargeTalk4630 at checkout. That's without the R. That's ChargeTalk4630. Take control of your health today with Zevo Life. Your body will thank you. That we haven't gotten used to seeing from Chargers teams of the past. So let's talk about some facts. The Chargers are now 5-0 and undefeated in their division. 8-2 in the conference. Own tiebreakers with everyone except the Colts, who are on a down spiral. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending NFC Super Bowl champions. They beat and swept the Kansas City Chiefs, who's been in the last 5 Super Bowls and won 3 of them. So please, kill the narratives that they haven't played anybody. They can't beat elite teams. They're not built for this. They didn't just beat them. On the defensive side, they dominated Philly. They out-toughed Kansas City in their own building. They are taking their respect. One of the things I talked about in the last podcast was that in order for the Chargers to gain any kind of respect from their peers, they're going to have to take it. And right now, they are taking their respect. This is a different Chargers team. So yes, what a great day it is to be a Chargers fan. I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of this coaching staff, and I'm proud of the culture shift. This is what it looks like when belief meets preparation. This is what it looks like when toughness becomes the new standard. And the rest of the league, they better start paying attention because the Chargers are here and they're not backing down from anyone. And let me close with this. We live in a microwave society. We want everything right now, quick, fast, and in a hurry. We want that gym body, but we don't want to put the work in. We want those results, but we don't want the process. We want that healing without the time it takes to heal. But real growth, real success, it doesn't work like that, right? Everything worth having takes time. And that's exactly where this Chargers team is right now. Let's be real for a second. Before Jim Harbaugh and Jesse Minter got here, this team was a mess. The defense was dead last in the league. The organization was an absolute embarrassment. It got so bad, especially under the Brandon Staley era, that I felt embarrassed to be a Charger fan. That's where we were. Fast forward 1 year later after Brandon Staley, right? Jim Harbaugh walks in and flips the entire culture with a roster most people said wasn't even that talented. This team goes from 5 wins to 11 wins and a playoff berth. That doesn't happen by accident. That's coaching, folks. That's accountability. That's culture. And honestly, I think this roster, despite the injuries, is better than last year's. Yeah, the offensive line is depleted, no doubt. But overall, there's more talent at wide receiver. There's more talent at tight end for the way this team wants to run. And defensively, night and day difference. Jesse Minter has completely changed the identity of this defense. And look at the adversity. You got a quarterback playing with a broken bone in his left hand, and all this team does is respond. You took care of Pittsburgh convincingly. You took care of the Eagles. You beat the Kansas City Chiefs twice. And here you are again, right on the cusp of another playoff berth. Now, let me be clear. I don't think this is the year they win a championship. Could it happen? Sure, I would love it. Anything can happen in the NFL, but I still believe the process is ongoing. And that's okay because this team took another step forward this year, another real step, right? Next year, the conversation is different. This team is going to be top 5 in cap space. The books are going to be clean. A lot of money is available to spend because you only got 5 draft picks. Solidify the offensive line. Your tackles will be back. Go sign a really good veteran center and another guard. Keep building this team the right way. And for me personally, my expectations are Super Bowl next year, period. Year 3 of the Jim Harbaugh process is what I'm looking at. I didn't even expect playoffs this fast after how broken this was a couple of years ago. But I'm done, and you should be done too, down Jim Harbaugh. Everywhere this man's been, there's a ceiling, and that ceiling is winning and fast. Teams are expected to win, period. So why not us? Why can't it happen here the same way it's happened everywhere else he's been? I know injuries look bad right now. I know the offense is sputtering a bit. I know at times it's frustrating to watch with this bad play calling from Greg Roman from time to time. But when you got a defense being coached the way Jesse Minter is coaching it, when you've got Jim Harbaugh setting the standard, and when you've got number 10 under center, anything is possible. Now, I don't know how far they go this year. I hope it's all the way. But next year, I'm expecting it. And I'll say this with my chest out. It's a great time to be a Charger fan right now. The transformation is taking place right in front of our eyes in 2 years. I'll continue to do what I've done from day one of the Harbaugh era because I believe. The confidence came from what he's done everywhere else he's been. And why the hell not us? Well, it's happening. Even I couldn't see it when it got here. And I was saying, I don't know how he's going to change this culture. But if anybody could do it, he can. I couldn't see this when he first arrived. But now I see the vision. Now I see the path. Harbaugh is on a mission to get this team to a Super Bowl, and I'm glad he's coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Thank you for checking out the pod today. Thank you for trusting and believing in an unknown guy from Newark, New Jersey that's been a fan for 48 years and loved talking about his boats. There's a lot of Charger podcasts out there that are really good and very established. Yet you take the time to come listen to what my thoughts are on our team. You don't have to subscribe, yet you do. And I have always tried to remember on every podcast to thank you for committing some time to help Chargers Talk 4630 grow. I'm super proud that I have something to offer that makes you want to come back and continue to listen, subscribe, and participate. This is the best thing from a football fan perspective that I could have ever done because I'm connecting with Charger fans from around the globe. Thank you guys, really. Thank you. I'm Stacy. This is Chargers Talk 4630. Enjoy this victory. Enjoy your Monday. God bless you. And I will see y'all in a couple of days as we get ready for the Dallas Cowboys. Another tough task, but one they will be ready for, I'm sure. Take care, be safe, and both.
When you pull up to the show, you know what you're gonna get. 4630 in the building, Chargers fan represent.
Chargers Talk 4630, yeah, we break it down clean. Real fans, real talk, every